My fellow Americans, I come before you today, on this day, Independence from Tyranny Day, or as the zombified peoples that don't know anything anymore refer to it as the 4th of July, because they don't even understand why we celebrate it. They don't know what country we earned our independence from. They don't know what year. They don't know why. They don't know anything about it. Pathetic. This used to be my favorite non-religious holiday, my biggest holiday, all my life. I love this country. I love the founding ideals that it was built upon. But my heart is heavy because this is not the nation that it was intended to be. Our founding fathers were very wise, and I believe the documents that they wrote were divinely inspired. They're amazing, but not perfect. Close, but not quite. So they left ways to modify, to change the system in place so that we can improve upon it over the years. And as time moves forward, we can perfect the model, the ideal. But what did we do? We destroyed it instead. On a very regular basis, we are losing more and more freedoms. But we deserve it. We deserve the country that we have now. Why? Because we haven't done anything about it. We haven't stopped it from happening. We haven't prevented it. We've allowed it to happen in our deep slumber, in our just being asleep to what's actually going on around us, and our give a crap. Most Americans give a crap is zero. As long as they have the new piddle, paddle, pod, whatever stupid thing there is, and their new cars and their whatever, their fancy landscaped lawns, their apartments, their city life, whatever. I fought for this nation for 20 years. And I'm disgusted at what it is today. What it has become, what we have allowed it to become. I still feel, with all the issues and all the problems, I still feel this is the best nation on earth. But we have some serious things to fix. And it's up to us. Nobody else is going to do it for us. We need to fix it. We need to take a stand. We need to be strong. Started off today very depressed, sad, angry, frustrated, all these things. I was really down. So I texted my tribe, and I told them, explained about the current state of things and why and everything. Very wise tribe member replied. He's our unofficial leader. He said that if we allow ourselves to get angry, frustrated, depressed, sad, and give up, then they've won. That we need to be strong. And then we need to remember and we need to celebrate this holiday, Independence from Tyranny Day, for what it is. Teach our children. Why? So that it is not lost upon generations. We need to be the pillar of strength for our families, for our communities, for our nation. Because if we're ever going to fix this, we have to have strong men. Men meaning men and women, of course. Strong people. Weak people create hard times. We see it now. It's a cycle of civilizations. So now pretty soon, or now, strong people are going to need to stand up and create the good times again. We have a lot of things going on. We've had some small victories lately for freedom and for life, for preserving life and not, well, let me see. It's not stopping, but what it is it's, I don't know, just getting the federal government out of the murder business. Well, not out of the murder business. They're big time in the murder business. But they're leaving it up to the states to decide whether, murder is allowed, aka the killing of babies. So yes, we can celebrate some small victories, but in the big scheme of things, we're sitting in the pot and the water is boiling around us. It's called progressivism. It started a long time ago in this country, and we've allowed it to happen. We've allowed our country to be torn apart, to be a shadow of what it used to be. I encourage you guys to be strong, to make a difference, to recognize and honor and celebrate this holiday for what it is, and to gather strength and resolve for the path forward. We're going to need it. If we're actually going to do something about this, we need to have strength. We need to have faith. We need to have love. We need to have a lot of capabilities. This is one of the reasons why I encourage people to prepare, is to be more like our founding fathers, self-reliant, self-sufficient, not falling into the trap of having to rely upon a tyrannical government. What it does is it gives you a better ability to be free. Because when you're growing your own food, raising your own animals, having your own food stockpiled and other stuff like that, you have a much better chance of remaining free when something happens and the government shows up and says, we're here to help. Right. Yeah. Whatever. We've seen how well they help. Hurricane Katrina, one example of many. So I encourage you guys to prepare. You probably are, since you're here on this channel watching this video. Before I forget also, please subscribe, hit the like button, share the videos, comment below. That little thumbs up, hit that, please. I appreciate it. And that little heart with a thanks in it, if you feel like donating to the channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. Very, very deeply appreciated. Also, we're doing a lot of really good things over on Patreon. So please check us out there. It's $1 a month. Really. I mean, people are buying $7 lattes every day. Multiple ones. Every day. What's $1? I encourage you guys to be of good cheer. To try to be positive about the path forward. Don't let yourself get discouraged and depressed like I was earlier. I'm still kind of heavy-hearted just because it's just not the same anymore. I don't look upon the flag with the same feelings as I used to. It's just sad. Like I said, I'm proud to be an American. What used to be the land of the free and the home of the brave. I don't know how many brave people there are out there anymore. I know there's a lot. but I know it's nowhere near half of the population. From what I've heard lately, half the American population believes that we are headed for a civil war soon. That would get ugly. People have no idea what warfare is like when it's on your own soil, especially when it's between you and your neighbors, or the next town over, or whatever it may be. Warfare fought on your own land, in your own backyard, is ugly. Well, all warfare is ugly. But people that desire this to happen, I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't want it to happen. Do I feel that it may be a necessary evil? Possibly. Do I want it to happen? No. Do I advocate for it happening? No. But I feel we're coming to the point where we have to do something. And after, well, not just the last one, I mean, I don't feel that checking those little boxes on a piece of paper and sending them into the box helps at all. I don't think it does anything. Does that mean I'm going to quit doing it? I don't know. I'll have to decide about that. I feel that right now, both sides, which there should be more than both sides, there should be 3 or 4 sides, but both sides have been corrupted and are pretty much worthless. Big change takes time, or a war. So anyway, I've talked to you guys about a bunch of heavier things today. I still want you guys to be proud, to be Americans, to be sort of free. And take this time to think about how brave you actually are. What are you willing to sacrifice to fix this country? Our founding fathers sacrificed everything. Some of them sacrificed everything. Their fortunes, their families, their lives. How many of you are willing to do that? Think about it. Think about how important freedom is and how you want your children, your grandchildren, their children to live. Do you want them to be free? Do you want them to be slaves? Do you want them to be in a socialist, whatever country where everybody relies on the government? One of my favorite things to tell people is 1984, George Orwell, the book. If you haven't read it, you have to. There's 2 there's 2 movies also, the old one and a newer one. The book is way better, of course. If you haven't read it, please read it. But what I like telling people is that 1984 was supposed to be a warning, not an instruction manual. But we've allowed it, pretty much. We're getting very close to what they show and they talk about in that book. But anyway, try to remain positive. Try not to let all this stuff get you down. Just keep fighting the good fight. Keep preparing. Keep doing the things you can. Keep loving your family and being the pillar of strength to them. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.